These walls can talk. Open your mind and listen.
Trailing down these hollow halls, can you hear me? Staring down these storied walls, can you see me? Am I
Okay, well, we're here at a residence in Arnprior, and this lady here has got some concerns about some of the activity going around the house. She's let us know that she's using an app on her phone that's capturing kind of a hostile voice, saying certain things that are making her and her children upset. How long have you been using this app?
3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the voice that's on the app, do you know if it can go as a male or a female?
All I've heard is male.
Okay. And the app, you just randomly got it like from?
Yeah, my neighbor
Apple?
came over one night and she was just playing around and she was starting to download all the apps and she's like, oh, she downloaded a ghost detector. I'm like, oh crazy, that's fake.
Yeah.
But then we downloaded this one and it seemed to be, I think we researched it to see if other paranormal teams,
Okay.
and they said that they had used it and that
Okay.
it worked. So that's why we downloaded that one, particular one, with someone in the States. And that's why, you know,
Okay.
because I didn't believe the other one, you know.
And just in general, what kind of things is the voice on the app saying to you?
It's saying, I have a worker that comes here, works with my son, and it said, Sabrina, help me. It's calling me a wench. It's saying, leave, get the fuck out, telling me to get out the window. When I'm asking it to go out the window after saging,
Right.
I tell it to leave out the window, and then it tells me, get out the window, bitch. What else is it saying? We've heard some growls.
Growling.
Does it sound like human or animal growls?
Animal.
Okay.
And then we also hear like you can tell it's a walk, but it's like it's almost
Heavy
like
walk.
like it's a boom, boom, boom
Okay.
on it. I've also had marks on my son's bed. I made the bed,
Right.
and me and the kids have been sleeping together ever since all this has been
Yeah.
happening. So when I woke up in the morning, there's all these different, it's like claw marks all over my son's bed. I mean,
Okay.
nobody was in there.
Does you have a small Yorkshire Terrier?
Yes.
Does it have access to the bedrooms?
Well, she sleeps with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
But during the day, does she have access to the whole house?
Yes. Well, actually, well, yes.
She couldn't even get up on there.
Yeah. She
Everybody has
would.
to pick her up. And
Yeah.
Okay.
We'd have to like lift her up. Like she's so tiny. Like she's like that.
Okay, she's like a T.
Yeah,
stand here and
teacup.
cry to get up here.
Yeah.
Okay. And so the activity that's concerning you, it started not that long ago, right?
Mm-hmm. Not that long ago.
Like how long ago?
About 3. Well, just after she opened that
Yeah.
the
She started with the
Ouija
Ouija
board.
board.
The Ouija board.
Okay.
But,
But previous to that,
before
you
that,
said there was no problems here when you first moved in?
no. But back in the summer, I would be sitting here and I would see lights, and I thought I was going crazy.
Right.
And it would be lights. It'd be like a flash of red. It's almost like the thing that the pointer that the cats
Right.
would chase. It would be like a flash of red, a flash of blue, a flash of white. And I just thought I was going crazy. But then when all this started happening, I pulled out my camera. I thought, I'm just gonna see if I can see something. And that's when I started seeing orbs, eh? And some of them are really bright.
Right.
And they're like up and down. And the other night we caught a red one, I think, an orange colored one. So I think that's maybe what I was seeing. Not the actual orbs, but maybe the, I don't know, the flat. I don't
Was
know.
this during the day or at night?
Night.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the curtain's shut, there's no
Yeah.
sunlight coming in
Yeah.
or anything?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it similar lighting to what you have right now?
Well, usually when I do
Like
it,
there's no
We could
lighting
the
in
TV
here?
may be on.
the TV may be on, but every other light's off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would this light be on?
No.
Okay.
No.
And so you moved here about 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until last summer?
Yeah, this
before
past summer.
things were starting to
Yeah.
make you concerned. And since last summer, like how consistent is stuff going on that's making you uncomfortable?
Well, the stuff that's really been frightening us has been like within the last 3 weeks, like after that app was open
Okay.
in my kitchen. I told her not to. I'm like, Chrissy, don't play with that in the house. Remember I said that? Like, because I really, you know,
That's the app or the Ouija board?
the Ouija board
Okay.
app. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so she did the Ouija board
On
on
her
and out
phone.
on the phone.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like old school, I think it was the board
No.
and
Yeah, I have another question, but you said you only lived here about 2 years,
Mhm.
and the stuff been happening here. Before that, where you lived, did you have anything happening?
No, no.
Okay, so, okay, I thought maybe, in some cases, some things tend to follow people,
Yeah,
but you didn't have any issues before, so.
no.
And without disclosing details, you had some personal stuff going on in the summer as well.
Well, and yeah,
It sort of
back
hit
in
hit a high point, but you
Yeah.
don't have to disclose the
March.
details.
Yeah, from the middle of March till the end of May.
Okay, so some chaos going on.
It was, yeah, a lot of chaos.
Starting in the summer, you started noticing things, and then
Mhm.
that app with the voice is making you uncomfortable.
Mhm.
Now, you've said that you were in the kitchen and item had flown towards you?
Yeah, butter knife out of,
Okay.
because I was doing dishes, and I had gotten a message saying the lower left nosebleed, and then I never really thought too much of it, and then the next day I got wind that from the school that my younger son had a nosebleed, and then I got thinking, nosebleed, it said nosebleed to me last night, and then I was thinking, when I was standing facing that wall at the table, so I'm thinking to my lower left was Leland,
Right.
because we were all slept on the floor
Right.
that night, because we've been sleeping together,
Mm-hmm.
lower left nosebleed, and then he ends up with a nosebleed at school.
Okay.
So I was mad and I said, get the F out of here.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you just hear running, boom, this is pounding. My son, Braden, is up, he sits up and just petrified. And I said, was that upstairs, Braden? He said, yeah, Mom. And then all of a sudden I'm out there and a knife comes flying out into the sink,
And the knife, was it in the sink or was it
It
in
was
the
dish tray.
dish tray right
Yeah.
beside you?
Mm.
Okay, and how close to you did it get?
It landed in the sink.
Okay. Did it can you describe its
It was-
motion,
It just came like,
so quick?
yeah.
Okay. And so that happened, and then there were some marks on the wall that we took pictures of.
Mm.
Was that around the same time or a different time?
That was like all within this last like 2 or 3 weeks.
What brought your attention to those marks?
It was because I woke up in the morning and I had saw the marks on the bed,
Right.
those
Yeah.
whatever they are, and then I flipped on the lights and then all of a sudden I just see marks. Right? Like you could see them, like I've never seen them before.
Okay.
It was just like, cause I'm an OCD,
Right.
like cleaning, everything's gotta be
Yeah.
perfect. So I notice everything. I can tell if someone's moved my bathroom scale off the
Right,
shelf. Like I
okay.
notice everything. So I noticed that right away.
And then the marks so that are on the wall in the hallway here.
Yeah.
When did you notice those?
That was, I think, one of the first things that happened. So that was probably back around 3 weeks ago. I was doing the dishes. It was late. This is before I talked to you guys.
Right.
And Kathy, but I hadn't talked to you guys yet. So it was a garbage day the next day. So I had a big garbage bag in that corner.
Right.
And I was filling it all up, getting ready to take out.
Yeah.
So I was doing dishes, kids were in bed. I hear it's almost like the garbage bag, and I thought, oh, it fell over. So then I go out, I turn the lights on,
Mhm.
and the garbage bag is still standing there.
Right.
And I look, and there's marks on the wall.
Okay.
I've never seen. I'm like, did something like?
Now you took pictures. We took pictures of them. Have you at any point tried to clean those marks?
No, I wanted to leave them because I knew that I was going to try and get
Okay,
some.
we can maybe try that later and just see if it's like the marks, if they're
Yeah.
smudge marks or if
Yeah.
they're embedded in the paint or not. So we
Okay.
can do that.
Okay.
And the activity upstairs, you said that you heard the running down the hall.
Yeah.
And that there was what you believe to be claw marks
Yeah.
on the bed.
Mhm.
And sorry, how long ago was that?
That would have been probably like a week and a half ago,
Okay.
2 weeks ago.
So do you think things are worse than the last couple of weeks since you've been using that app?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you started using that app because,
I don't know, just out of.
Probably because of her.
Yeah, because of
That's where
her
it
over here
started.
that night messing around with it.
okay,
Yeah.
we'll have to thank her.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. All right, so we've had some discussion on that app, and you said you're comfortable walking around the house
Oh,
with
yeah,
us too.
yeah, well,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, well, like I said, we've got lots of equipment, we're not gonna use an app,
Mhm.
and if there's any kind of evidence of
Mhm.
anything, then we can certainly discuss it, but
Yeah.
try to look natural.
You saying try and look natural really doesn't help.
We're at a residence in Arnprior,
Ruin the place, huh?
with a client that's got some concerns about some perceived paranormal activities, so we're here to help her out. And there's been some evidence that she's shown us of marks on the wall, and she's taken some of her own evidence before we were here of claw marks on a bed, and she's using an app that's capturing voices that are concerning her. So we're gonna use the equipment and see what we can find out. So we're good to go.
Going dark.
Going dark. When you notice those claw prints, as you described them, was this door kept shut?
No, this door is open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what we can do, maybe we'll ask a few questions and just sort of see if we can get any kind of response.
Just to leave, if there is something here that's scaring my son, it's scaring me, and it's affecting me and my older son especially. We're not sleeping, you know, grumpiness. I find them too, we're all grumpy lately. And the kids, it seems their behavior seems to be a bit worse too, I don't know.
Okay.
So, just leave.
If there's anything in this room that's just emerged, that's me, that's just emerged in the last couple of months, can you let us know? We've got a lot of equipment. Can you let us know if there's something that you're trying to say, or there's something that you want from this family? They've said that you've been communicating with them through an app on a phone, but we've got something much more sensitive than that. She seems to think that you're trying to tell her to get the hell out of the house. Is this a place that you've lived before? They heard running up and down the stairs. Are you a child? Are you a little kid that lived here and you're trying to communicate with the other boys? Was this your bedroom? Did you used to live here and you looked out the window? Is that why you have finger marks on top of the curtain? Were you looking out the window at the neighbors?
This place isn't yours. This woman that's standing beside me, this is her place now, and she wants you to leave. This is not your place. If you're telling her to leave, that doesn't work, because this is her place now, not yours. You've passed on, and it's time for you to go. Leave these people alone. They're scared, especially the kids. If you're a relative, then you have to back off. That's fairly common too, but you're scaring the kids too much. Give them some room to
Tag,
breathe.
I'm hearing some beeping. Alarm. That just shut down.
Oh, okay.
I
There's
hear
some music
noise
outside,
outside.
yeah.
Yep.
There's a tag outside. Somebody's playing some pretty loud music.
Oh, windows open.
Do you have any issues with the kids in the house? Are you upset with the boys being here? And what about the dog? Are you trying to frighten the dog, or is the dog seeing you? Are you being active during the day when no one's here, just you and the dog? These people live here now. Like my partner said, it's their house. And they're not leaving, and if they leave, someone else is gonna move here. Are you upset with them living here? What about the guy before them? With all the stuff he was up to? Were you upset with him? Can I say what the previous tenant was up to?
Yeah.
The guy that was here before, he was growing drugs. Did that upset you? And if you're upset about that, are you upset about drugs being in your house? It's a meter there.
Okay.
Is there something about drugs that makes you upset? Are you trying to tell people something? When when this lady was cleansing the house, did that upset you? Did you feel like you were being disrespected? And are you native? Did the sage mean anything to you? What about the rosaries or the priest? Are you Christian? Did that make you upset?
Why are you staying here? Why are you staying here with these people that are really nice and you're scaring them? They want you to leave, they want you to go away, they want you to stop bothering the kids. It's pretty straightforward. This isn't your house. If you lived here and maybe you don't realize you've passed away, it's time to go. If you see a light, go toward it. You're scaring these people a lot. They want you to stop. Maybe you don't even realize you're scaring them, but you are. You just think, well, you've lived here forever and now somebody's trying to get in here and live. And when you're in your place, it's not your place, buddy. Ma'am, whoever. It's not your place anymore.
And then the other thing is I was doing the dishes another time and the vent just flew out of it, like popped right out. And I've never seen that happen again. And then it did it again when I was watching TV with Lance. We heard a noise, two noises, like a bang, and I said, where did that come from? And he said, it sounded like it come from over here. He pointed in this direction. And I was getting all the dishes ready because we were going to go to bed. So I was bringing them all in the kitchen. I come around the corner and I said, oh my effing God, the vent is up again. And we were recording an EVP at the time, and a person goes, yes.
Okay. And this vent, you said the dog wasn't in here at the time, which,
No.
see if I can bend down. But I have similar vents and they're like very easily, let's see lights downstairs, extremely easy to come out. So, I mean, that doesn't explain why it was out, but
Yeah.
just to sort of point out really how loose these vents
And
are.
the air being pushed out from the furnace would not lift that up.
No, it wouldn't.
No.
Not even
No
fu-
way.
Not even when the vent is fully closed.
correct.
It's still
It's
too
not
much
gonna
weight
push
there
it.
for the air to actually
Doesn't
push
have
it
enough.
out.
Mm-hmm.
It was physically
If-
moved out,
Yeah,
not
it
by
has.
the furnace there.
It happened like twice.
But there isn't much. And then you said that the knife incident that happened
Yeah.
here at the counter?
Yeah, the knife, that's when, I said if there's anything here, leave, cause I was mad, because I thought maybe it might, cause I had got a message it was, a nosebleed was gonna happen, and then my son ended up getting a nosebleed. So I said, whatever's in here, get the hell out, leave now, and then that's when we heard the running, and I was standing here and looking at my son, we were scared, and a knife comes like flying like out here, and then lands here, like I'm standing right here, and I jump back.
So the knife, as you're doing dishes or whatever, how was the knife positioned? Was it laying down or was it sticking up
No, I usually always like, most of the time I stand like this to drip
with the pointy end up or down?
up.
Okay. And then, so did it come flying out of there and then in
No,
here?
it came out like this. Sorry.
Okay. No, that's okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to show
It
you.
shows us how it works.
Yeah,
Okay.
it came
And
out this one of these holes.
how close were your hands for contact?
I was standing like here, like holding this, like because I was scared about the
Okay.
noise. I thought for sure it was coming down the stairs at us.
What kind of knife was it?
A butter knife.
Okay, so it wasn't a sharpened,
No.
sharpened edge? Okay, and what did you say at that point?
Just oh my God.
Okay.
And then that's that. I didn't go like for the rest of that night. We didn't go upstairs or nothing.
Mhm.
Like we literally stayed in the living room.
Okay.
I was too afraid to go anywhere else.
And at some point you've had a priest in here, you said, eh?
Yeah, we had him come on Tuesday.
This week?
Yes.
Okay.
And it was the only thing that we found weird was he was going to do a blessing of the entire house,
Mhm.
and he was going to do the laundry room, which was in the basement. He asked where it was, and I said in the basement. He said okay, and when it came to do the basement, he skipped over it.
Did he say why or he just?
No, and I didn't
Okay.
want to ask why. I didn't know, like, and
Okay.
he just didn't do it.
But he did every other
He
room?
did every other room except the basement, and he skipped over the basement and went to the closing.
Okay. If you're trying to communicate at all, like any of these means will know that you're here and we'll try and find out what you're upset about. And that's where we're getting at. If you're upset about something going on in this house, you're upset with the people that live here, you're upset with any changes in the home, because they haven't had any problems since since before the summer began. So you're well aware that these people have lived here for a year and a half, so what's happened that's made you suddenly upset?
Are you upset about the Ouija board? Are you upset about the young person that was using it? And are you still upset about it because there's still someone using it? Okay, we've told you this before, we've asked you this before, that you're scaring the people in this house and it's time for you to move on. This is their house now. I'm hoping you'll,
Respect their wishes.
yeah, especially for the kids, you're scaring the hell out of the kids. That's not fair.
Yeah, and that may not be your intent.
No, and a lot of times they don't know.
Yeah.
Like
So-
sometimes it could be a relative and they're just so happy to be around, and then but they don't realize. And it might be a relative, you don't know. But if it is, then back off. Let them catch their breath. They're scaring them.
So we've been here a couple hours. We've gone through the upstairs where there are some areas of concern where the kids have been uncomfortable in a few circumstances, and in actually in the bathroom as well, where toothpaste went flying and a lid came off of something. So we're going to analyze all the evidence. We've come down here, centered more so in the kitchen, a little bit of uncomfortable
that's on our team
experiences in the living room as well. But we're going to analyze everything and hopefully get some sort of closure. We've asked if there is any kind of entity or spirit here that the family's requestfully asking them to leave. So after all that, I guess it's done.